Welcome to the Art of Receiving, aligning with the universe to achieve your desires, written and published by Mindful Literary. If you've ever felt like you're constantly pushing, striving, and chasing after your dreams with little to show for it, this audiobook offers a transformative new perspective. Imagine a life where, instead of feeling like you're swimming upstream, you begin to flow effortlessly in sync with the universe. This is the art of receiving, learning to let go, align with your desires, and open yourself to the abundance that's already waiting for you. In this journey, we'll explore the power of surrender, the beauty of saying yes to life, and the immense value of recognizing and embracing synchronicities that guide us. We dive deep into the foundations of receiving, clearing mental blocks, cultivating gratitude, and creating openness that allows what you want to come naturally. Whether it's wealth, love, success, or a deeper sense of peace, the art of receiving shows you how to live with intention and fulfillment. Join us as we explore the practices and insights that can help you realign with the powerful flow of the universe and unlock a new approach to achieving your desires. One rooted in balance, trust, and the art of simply being open to receive. Let's begin. Introduction: Embracing the power of receiving. Imagine standing in front of a flowing river. One option is to wade against the current, exerting energy and force to reach your destination. The other is to turn around, let the current support you, and be carried smoothly and effortlessly. This is the difference between chasing and receiving. Chasing is often a constant battle, filled with resistance and struggle, while receiving invites a state of openness and alignment with the natural flow of the universe. In a world that celebrates hard work, we're often taught that more effort equals more reward. Yet there is a powerful truth we often overlook. The greatest achievements, deepest connections, and truest desires are often realized not through endless striving, but through a willingness to receive. Receiving is a skill and a state of mind that allows you to align with your desires rather than constantly pursuing them. It's about stepping into the flow of life, where your intentions and actions harmonize with the universe to bring forth the experiences and outcomes you truly want. Learning to receive may sound simple, yet for many of us, it's a deeply transformative shift. Receiving isn't passive, it's an active choice to trust, to be open, and to allow what's meant for us to enter our lives. When we learn to receive, we engage in a dance with the universe, one where we set our intentions, release control, and allow the abundant energy around us to support and guide us. This journey is about releasing the need for control, embracing the unknown, and opening ourselves up to the gifts the universe has in store. This book is an invitation to explore this journey of receiving. In the pages that follow, we'll delve into what it means to align with the flow of the universe, clear out limiting beliefs and blocks, and cultivate a mindset that welcomes abundance. Together, we'll explore practices for setting clear intentions, letting go of forced effort, and embracing divine timing. We'll look at the power of gratitude, the importance of saying yes to life, and the beauty of recognizing signs and synchronicities as the universe's way of communicating with us. As we embark on this path, remember that receiving is as much about who you become as it is about what you gain. This journey is about learning to trust yourself, the universe, and the process of life. It's about transforming your relationship with desire, letting go of struggle, and stepping into a state of alignment. Through this journey, you'll find that life can feel lighter, more connected, and filled with opportunities you may never have imagined. Chapter 1: The Universal Law of Attraction and Receiving. The law of attraction is often described as the principle that attracts like, meaning that the energy we put into the world shapes what we draw back into our lives. It's a concept that resonates across cultures and philosophies. What we focus on, believe in, and act upon becomes part of our reality. Most discussions on the law of attraction emphasize setting intentions, visualizing outcomes, and taking inspired action. Yet, a crucial element that's often overlooked is the art of receiving. Receiving is an active part of the manifesting process. Many of us have been conditioned to believe that giving, striving, and doing are the only valid ways to attract what we want. But this mindset can create imbalance. When we focus exclusively on giving or pursuing, we miss the vital counterpart, receiving, which allows us to be open, flexible, and welcoming to what we desire. It's like planting seeds in a garden, but then neglecting to water them or prepare the soil to receive sunlight and nourishment. The act of receiving is what completes the cycle of manifestation, allowing the results of our intentions to fully enter our lives. One of the most common misconceptions about the law of attraction is that we can manifest anything we want simply through sheer will or desire. But without the willingness to receive, our efforts can feel like pushing against an immovable wall. Think of it this way. The universe is constantly working to bring us closer to our desires, but if we're closed off, whether due to self-doubt, fear, or control, we're unable to accept the abundance coming our way. Receiving requires us to let go of resistance and embrace what is freely offered. Many people also view receiving as passive, even self-indulgent, especially in societies that value hard work and productivity. But receiving is far from passive. It involves cultivating trust, openness, and the courage to allow life to flow toward us. It means understanding that abundance doesn't always come from effort alone. It often comes from creating space and letting the universe respond to our openness. Learning to receive is a process of shifting from a mindset of scarcity, where we feel we have to constantly do to attract what we want, to one of abundance, where we trust that what we need will come. The law of attraction works in both directions. We send out our intentions and actions, and the universe responds. If we only push, strive, and control, we miss the subtle, gentle nudges and opportunities that arrive in unexpected ways. Receiving is an acknowledgement that we are worthy of abundance, that we are capable of accepting goodness without having to chase it relentlessly. In this chapter, we'll explore the true nature of receiving as an essential, often undervalued component of manifestation. By understanding and embracing the art of receiving, we unlock the full potential of the law of attraction, creating a balance that aligns our desires with the flow of the universe. Through this balance, we discover that life doesn't have to be an endless cycle of effort, but rather a dance of intention and openness, giving and receiving, desire and acceptance. This journey into receiving invites you to ask yourself, are you open to the gifts and opportunities coming your way? Are you willing to trust that what you desire is making its way to you? As we dive deeper, remember that receiving is a skill, a practice that enhances your ability to align with your intentions and welcome the life you truly want. Chapter 2: Clearing the Path, Removing Blocks to Receiving. When it comes to receiving, many of us are unknowingly holding on to blocks that prevent us from fully embracing what life has to offer. These blocks often manifest as self-limiting beliefs, ideas we carry about ourselves and the world that create a barrier to abundance. Thoughts like, I'm not worthy of this, I don't deserve such happiness, or nothing good ever lasts, form a mindset that restricts our ability to accept the gifts that are available to us. In this chapter, we'll dive into these beliefs and explore ways to identify and release them, allowing us to open up to life's possibilities. One of the most common blocks to receiving is a sense of unworthiness. Whether due to past experiences, criticism, or internalized expectations, many of us feel that we don't truly deserve what we desire. This feeling of unworthiness creates a wall between us and the flow of abundance. When we believe that we're not enough or that we're not worthy of success, love, or happiness, we unintentionally block these very things from entering our lives. Recognizing this belief is the first step toward releasing it. Begin by asking yourself, what beliefs do I hold about my own worth? Are they empowering, or are they holding me back? Another significant block to receiving is guilt. In a world that celebrates giving, it's easy to feel that receiving is somehow selfish or indulgent. Many of us have been taught that we should prioritize others' needs before our own, and while generosity is a beautiful quality, it can lead us to believe that receiving is something to feel guilty about. This guilt, however, is often a learned behavior, a byproduct of societal expectations that equate receiving with taking more than we deserve. In reality, receiving is a natural and necessary part of life, just as giving is. To dismantle this block, reflect on moments when you felt guilty about accepting help, kindness, or praise. Ask yourself, why do I feel guilty about receiving? What would it mean to accept without guilt? Fear of disappointment is another common barrier to receiving. Sometimes, we fear that if we open ourselves up to possibilities, we'll only end up disappointed if things don't work out. This fear can make us cautious, even defensive, leading us to unconsciously reject opportunities or blessings to protect ourselves from potential pain. Yet, when we shut ourselves off from the possibility of disappointment, we also shut ourselves off from the joy, excitement, and growth that come with taking risks. Moving past this block requires a willingness to trust in life's flow, understanding that disappointment is not a failure, but a part of growth and resilience. Reflect on your fears. What am I afraid might happen if I open myself up to receiving? How has fear of disappointment shaped my past decisions? Beyond personal beliefs, cultural and societal norms also play a role in shaping our mindset around receiving. Many cultures emphasize the virtue of hard work and self-sufficiency, leading us to equate worth with what we achieve rather than with who we are. We're taught to earn everything, which makes receiving feel undeserved unless we've exerted significant effort. This mindset can make receiving feel uncomfortable or even shameful, as if accepting abundance without intense struggle somehow diminishes its value. To challenge this, consider, what beliefs about hard work and receiving have I inherited from my culture or family? Do these beliefs still serve me, or are they limiting me? Once we recognize these blocks, the next step is to clear them, creating a more open and receptive mindset. Here are a few powerful techniques to help release limiting beliefs and embrace a new perspective on receiving. Number 1. Affirmations for worthiness. Start by affirming your worth each day. Simple statements like, I am deserving of love and abundance, I am open to receiving all that is good, and I release guilt and embrace joy can gradually reshape how you see yourself. Repeat these affirmations regularly to reinforce your sense of worth and remind yourself that you are worthy of receiving. Number 2. Journaling to uncover blocks. Journaling is a powerful tool to explore and release hidden beliefs. Write about times when you felt unworthy, guilty, or fearful about receiving. Let your thoughts flow without judgment, and pay attention to recurring themes. This exercise helps bring awareness to these blocks, allowing you to observe and challenge them consciously. Number 3. Meditation for receptivity. Practice a short meditation focusing on openness and acceptance. Sit in a comfortable position, close your eyes, and visualize yourself surrounded by a warm, welcoming light. Imagine this light opening your heart and mind, clearing away any resistance or fear. This visualization encourages a sense of peace and readiness to receive, helping to cultivate an inner space for abundance. Number 4. Reframing your beliefs. When you notice a self-limiting thought, pause and reframe it. For example, if you catch yourself thinking, I don't deserve this success, try shifting it to, I am capable and my efforts are valuable. By actively challenging and replacing negative thoughts, you retrain your mind to embrace positive beliefs about receiving. Number 5. Practicing small acts of receiving. Start with small gestures that help you become more comfortable with receiving. Allow yourself to accept a compliment graciously, to ask for help when you need it, or to enjoy a gift without feeling obligated to reciprocate immediately. These small practices build confidence in receiving and help you recognize the joy it brings to both yourself and those who give. Clearing the path to receiving is about unlearning restrictive beliefs and embracing a new mindset. By releasing feelings of unworthiness, guilt, and fear, you open yourself to abundance in all forms. Remember that receiving is an expression of your inherent value, and as you remove these mental and emotional blocks, you make space for all the good that life has to offer. As we continue, we'll explore how to cultivate this openness further, aligning with the universe and creating a life filled with the joy and fulfillment that comes from truly receiving. Chapter 3. Cultivating a receptive mindset. A receptive mindset is the foundation of learning how to welcome abundance into our lives. It's about training ourselves to see the possibilities, blessings, and opportunities that surround us daily. To cultivate this openness, we must learn the art of mindfulness, shift from a scarcity mindset to one of abundance, and integrate gratitude into our daily routines. Together, these practices help us stay attuned to the universe's gentle nudges and ready to embrace what comes our way. The art of mindfulness and presence. Mindfulness is the practice of bringing our attention fully into the present moment, allowing us to observe without judgment. When we are mindful, we become aware of the subtleties and signs in our environment that might otherwise go unnoticed. Practicing mindfulness enables us to recognize when opportunities appear, understand when we're being guided, and feel when we're being invited to receive. The act of simply being present opens a door to receiving because it grounds us in the now, where life is actively unfolding. Being mindful doesn't mean we need to sit in meditation all day. It can be as simple as paying attention to our surroundings, our thoughts, and our emotions as we go about our day. For example, if you're walking outside, notice the colors around you, the sounds, the sensations. In conversations, focus on listening rather than planning what to say next. These small moments of awareness help us become more receptive to the subtle cues life sends us. Mindfulness strengthens our ability to detect these cues, which often come in the form of ideas, feelings, or signs that encourage us to move forward, act, or simply be open. Shifting from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. For many, the habit of scarcity thinking runs deep. A scarcity mindset is rooted in the belief that there is never enough, whether it's time, money, love, or opportunity. This way of thinking keeps us focused on lack, making it challenging to open ourselves to the gifts that are already available to us. Shifting to an abundance mindset requires us to consciously focus on what we do have, to trust that there is enough for everyone, and to believe that life will continue to offer us the resources we need. An abundance mindset doesn't mean ignoring challenges. Rather, it's about choosing to focus on possibilities instead of limitations. When we see life through a lens of abundance, we're better equipped to notice potential, to feel grateful, and to embrace generosity. This shift helps us understand that abundance isn't just about material wealth. It's about recognizing richness in all areas of life, from our relationships to our personal growth. Every time we choose to focus on what we have rather than what we lack, we reinforce this mindset of abundance. To start shifting from scarcity to abundance, try reflecting on your beliefs. When do you feel a sense of lack? What triggers feelings of competition or comparison? As you become aware of these moments, you can start to challenge them with thoughts of abundance, such as there is enough for everyone, or the right opportunities will come to me in their own time. Shifting to an abundance mindset takes practice, but over time, it opens the heart and mind, making room for the gifts of the universe. Daily practices for cultivating gratitude and recognizing abundance. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for cultivating a receptive mindset. When we practice gratitude, we acknowledge the goodness that already exists in our lives, sending a message to the universe that we are ready for more. Gratitude isn't just about being thankful for material things. It's about appreciating everything, big and small, that enriches our lives. By focusing on what we already have, we align ourselves with abundance and naturally attract more to be grateful for. A simple daily gratitude practice can transform how we see the world. Start or end each day by listing 3 things you are grateful for. These can be as simple as a warm cup of tea, a conversation with a friend, or the feeling of sunlight on your skin. Over time, this practice trains your mind to notice and appreciate abundance in all its forms, even in moments that might seem ordinary. The more you recognize abundance, the more open you become to receiving it. Another powerful exercise is to take note of the abundance around you throughout the day. For instance, when you eat, appreciate the abundance of food available. When you take a walk, notice the abundance of life in nature. When you spend time with loved ones, feel grateful for the abundance of connection and love in your life. By actively acknowledging these moments, you create a mindset that's attuned to receiving. In addition, try to give gratitude a physical space in your environment. Create a gratitude corner, where you place items that represent what you're thankful for, such as photographs, small objects, or mementos. This corner serves as a visual reminder of the abundance already in your life, reinforcing the receptive mindset. Each time you see it, let it remind you of all you've received and all that's yet to come. By embracing mindfulness, shifting to an abundance mindset, and practicing daily gratitude, we create fertile ground for receiving. Each of these practices builds a deeper awareness of life's gifts, helping us become more present and open. Cultivating a receptive mindset takes time and intention, but it leads to a life that feels rich, balanced, and in harmony with the universe. When we're aligned in this way, we don't have to chase or struggle for what we want. It flows to us naturally, a reflection of the openness we've cultivated within. Let this chapter be a reminder that a receptive mindset is an act of trust and faith in life's goodness. By staying present, embracing abundance, and practicing gratitude, we align ourselves with the energy of receiving, allowing our desires to come to us in their own beautiful, perfect timing. Chapter 4. Aligning Intentions with the Universe. One of the most powerful steps in the art of receiving is aligning our intentions with the universe. When we set clear desires and communicate them openly, we create a direct channel between our inner world and the energies around us. Aligning intentions is not only about knowing what we want, it's about refining and focusing those desires in a way that resonates with universal flow, allowing our intentions to manifest more naturally. Defining clear desires and communicating them with clarity. The first step in aligning with the universe is to understand exactly what you want and to express it clearly. Sometimes, our desires can feel vague, conflicting, or scattered, making it difficult for the universe to respond with precision. When we define our intentions with clarity, we simplify the energy we're putting out, creating a more direct path for manifestation. Clarity is about moving past general or ambiguous desires and honing in on what truly matters. Instead of saying, "I want to be happy," try defining what happiness looks like for you. Is it financial security, deep, meaningful relationships, a fulfilling career? By focusing on the specific qualities you desire, you make it easier to communicate these desires clearly. Imagine the difference between saying, "I want a job that pays well," and saying, "I want a job that not only supports me financially but also allows me to grow, be creative, and work with people who inspire me." The latter paints a clear picture that aligns with the specifics of what you want. To communicate your desires effectively, consider writing them down. This practice not only forces you to articulate your thoughts, but also creates a tangible record of your intentions. Try phrasing your desires as affirmations or statements in the present tense, such as, "I am grateful for my fulfilling and rewarding job that brings joy and abundance into my life." This shift from wishful thinking to confident affirmation signals to the universe that you are already aligning with your desires. Visualizing outcomes, the power of imagination in aligning with universal energies. Visualization is a powerful tool for aligning with the universe, as it engages your imagination and emotions to create a vivid mental image of what you want to manifest. When we visualize, we tap into the mind's ability to imagine our desired outcomes as if they are already real. This process strengthens our alignment by allowing us to feel and experience our desires before they materialize, bringing us closer to their frequency. Think of visualization as a rehearsal for your desired reality. Close your eyes and imagine yourself already living your goal. If you desire a loving relationship, visualize yourself with a partner who brings joy, understanding, and warmth into your life. Picture the way you feel when you're with them, the experiences you share, and the ways they support and uplift you. By creating these images in your mind, you begin to embody the emotions and energy of this reality, aligning your inner self with your external intentions. Visualization is most effective when it's detailed and emotionally charged. Instead of just seeing yourself in a certain situation, focus on how it feels. Let the emotions, sounds, and sensations wash over you. These feelings are like signals you're sending out, attracting similar frequencies back to you. The universe responds to energy, so the more passionately you feel about your desires, the more powerfully you attract them. Exercises to clarify, refine, and energize your intentions. To help you align your intentions with the universe, here are some practical exercises designed to bring clarity, focus, and energy to your desires. 1. The what, why, and how exercise. Break down each desire by asking 3 questions. What do I want? Why do I want it? How will it improve my life? For example, if your goal is financial freedom, your answers might look like this. What do I want? Financial freedom. Why do I want it? To live without financial stress and to pursue my passions freely. How will it improve my life? It will allow me to focus on things that bring me joy, give back to my community, and spend more time with loved ones. This exercise helps clarify your desires and deepens your emotional connection to them, reinforcing your alignment with the universe. 2. The perfect day visualization. Imagine an entire day where your desires are fully realized. From the moment you wake up to the time you go to bed, visualize each detail. What do you see when you open your eyes? Who are you spending time with? How do you spend your day? By visualizing an ideal day, you activate your desires in a concrete, experiential way, bridging the gap between where you are and where you want to be. 3. Creating a vision board. A vision board is a powerful tool that gives visual form to your desires. Collect images, words, and quotes that represent your goals and arrange them on a board. Place it somewhere visible, where you can see it daily. This constant reminder keeps your desires in the forefront of your mind, helping you stay focused and energetically connected to them. 4. Daily intention setting. Each morning, set an intention that aligns with your desires. It could be as simple as today, I am open to new opportunities, or I welcome abundance and love into my life. Daily intentions keep you grounded in your goals and cultivate a mindset of receptivity and purpose. They help align your energy with the universe each day, reinforcing your commitment to your desires. 5. Energy check-in. At the end of each day, reflect on how aligned you felt with your desires. Ask yourself, did my actions and thoughts today move me closer to my goals? If not, consider small adjustments you can make tomorrow. Regular check-ins keep you aware of your energy and allow you to correct course when necessary, ensuring that your daily life reflects your intentions. By defining your desires clearly, visualizing them with emotion, and incorporating practices that strengthen your alignment, you build a strong foundation for manifesting. When you align your intentions with the universe, you send out a powerful message of readiness, openness, and trust. The universe responds by meeting you where you are, amplifying your intentions and opening doors for their realization. Remember, aligning with the universe is not about control, it's about resonance. The more clearly, passionately, and confidently you align with your desires, the more seamlessly they flow into your life. Through clarity, visualization, and consistent practices, you become an active participant in the co-creative process, harnessing the art of receiving to bring your dreams into reality. Chapter 5. The Balance Between Action and Allowance. In the journey of manifesting our desires, one of the most crucial and challenging skills is learning when to act and when to allow. The universe responds to the energy we put into our intentions, but there's a delicate balance between taking inspired steps and allowing space for things to unfold naturally. This balance between action and allowance is the art of aligning with the flow of life, where effort and ease coexist harmoniously, creating a powerful environment for our desires to manifest. Understanding inspired action versus forced effort. Taking action is essential to bringing our intentions to life, but not all action is created equal. Inspired action is that sense of excitement or inner nudge that pushes us forward with a feeling of ease and purpose. It's when we feel in the zone, when our actions seem to flow effortlessly, and we feel connected to a larger purpose. Inspired actions often feel joyful, creative, and right. They come from a place of inner alignment. In contrast, forced effort is the sense of struggle or pressure we feel when we try to force things to happen. It's the push and pull of working against the natural flow, often driven by impatience, fear, or the need to control. Forced effort can drain our energy and leave us feeling exhausted, unfulfilled, and disconnected from our purpose. When we operate from a place of forced effort, we may find ourselves constantly busy, but our actions feel heavy and unproductive. Recognizing the difference between these two types of action is key. Inspired action arises when we are aligned with our desires and open to the flow of the universe, while forced effort comes from a place of resistance, where we feel the need to control every outcome. Learning to identify and prioritize inspired action over forced effort allows us to channel our energy in ways that support our intentions rather than deplete us. Learning when to take steps and when to allow space. One of the most empowering aspects of the manifesting journey is understanding that not every moment requires action. Just as the seasons shift and plants grow according to nature's rhythm, our desires have their own timing. Allowing space for things to manifest is not about doing nothing. It's about trusting that we've planted the seeds of our intentions and that the universe is working behind the scenes to support us. Sometimes taking a step back and allowing is the most productive action we can take. Allowing space also means learning to listen. By tuning into our intuition and the signs around us, we can better understand when it's time to act and when it's time to wait. For example, if we've been working tirelessly toward a goal but feel consistently drained and uninspired, it may be a signal that we need to pause and realign. Conversely, if an opportunity presents itself that feels exciting and aligned, it may be time to take a bold step forward. One way to practice allowance is to cultivate patience. Rather than rushing the process, trust in the timing of your intentions. Life has a way of orchestrating events in ways we can't always foresee, and sometimes what seems like a delay is actually preparation for something even better. By giving ourselves permission to pause, we allow the universe to work in its own time and open ourselves to outcomes that exceed our original plans. Stories and examples of embracing balance. Throughout history, there are countless stories of individuals who achieved remarkable results by balancing action and allowance. Consider the story of Steve Jobs, who co-founded Apple and changed the world with his vision for personal technology. Jobs was known for his ambitious ideas and drive, but he also understood the value of timing and intuition. When he was forced out of Apple, he didn't rush to regain control. Instead, he took time to explore new ventures, eventually founding Next and investing in Pixar. This period of allowance allowed him to return to Apple stronger, wiser, and more aligned with his vision, ultimately leading to Apple's transformation into one of the most successful companies in the world. Another powerful example is J.K. Rowling, who wrote Harry Potter while facing personal struggles and rejections from publishers. Rather than giving up, she trusted her vision and took inspired actions by continuing to write and revise her story. At the same time, she didn't force herself to rush the process. She allowed space for her ideas to evolve naturally, even when it meant taking time to refine the story. When the right opportunity finally came, Rowling's dedication and patience paid off, and her work went on to inspire millions. On a personal level, consider the story of a woman named Sarah who wanted to transition into a new career but was unsure of the next steps. At first, she forced herself to apply for dozens of jobs, feeling the need to take any opportunity that came her way. But none of them felt right, and her efforts left her feeling depleted. Realizing she needed a new approach, Sarah took a step back and focused on what truly excited her. She spent time learning new skills and connecting with people in her desired field. Soon, an opportunity presented itself that aligned perfectly with her goals, and she took inspired action, accepting a role that felt like a natural fit. These stories illustrate the balance between action and allowance. They remind us that while action is necessary to bring our intentions into reality, there are times when stepping back and trusting is just as important. By balancing these two forces, we create space for our desires to unfold in ways we may not have anticipated, but that serve us better than we could have planned. Practical tips for balancing action and allowance. Number 1. Tune into your energy. Before taking action, check in with yourself. Are you feeling inspired, energized, and connected to your intention? Or are you feeling pressured, stressed, or uncertain? Let your energy guide you and prioritize actions that feel aligned and fulfilling. Number 2. Set intentions, then release control. Once you've set your intention, allow it some space. Visualize your goal, affirm it, and trust that the universe is working to support it. Avoid the urge to micromanage every detail and instead focus on maintaining an open, receptive mindset. Number 3. Practice patience and trust. Remind yourself that timing is part of the process. Embrace the natural flow, knowing that your desires will come to fruition when the time is right. Trusting the timing of your journey can relieve pressure and help you enjoy the process. Number 4. Take inspired action, not just busy action. Inspired actions are often simple, intuitive, and bring a sense of joy or excitement. Instead of filling your time with tasks that should get you closer to your goal, look for actions that feel right. These are often the most productive and meaningful steps. Number 5. Create space for reflection. Allow time each week to pause and reflect on your journey. Are your actions moving you closer to your intentions, or are they driven by fear or impatience? By regularly assessing your approach, you can stay in alignment with your goals while making room for life's surprises. Balancing action with allowance is like learning a new dance. It requires practice, awareness, and a willingness to let go of control. When we master this balance, we not only increase our chances of achieving our desires, but also experience a deeper connection to the journey itself. Remember that the universe is a co-creator in your journey, responding not only to your actions, but to your openness, your trust, and your ability to receive. In the end, life's most profound manifestations often arise from a harmony between doing and being, between effort and ease. By embracing both action and allowance, you align yourself with the natural rhythms of the universe, allowing your desires to flow to you with grace, joy, and perfect timing. Chapter 6. The Energy of Surrender, Letting Go of Control. Surrender is one of the most transformative, yet often misunderstood, aspects of manifesting our desires. At first glance, surrender might seem like giving up or stepping back entirely. However, surrender is an active choice to let go of rigid control and open ourselves to the flow of life. It's about trusting that we don't have to force everything into place. Instead, we can allow the universe to guide us in unexpected ways. By embracing surrender, we unlock a deeper, more peaceful relationship with our desires, one that empowers us to receive with openness and grace. Exploring the power of surrender and trusting the process. Imagine planting a seed in the soil. Once it's planted, you don't constantly dig it up to check if it's growing. You trust that given time, the seed will sprout and grow. Manifesting our desires requires a similar approach. We set our intentions and take inspired actions, but we also need to let go and trust that what we've planted will come to fruition. Surrendering doesn't mean we abandon our desires. It means we trust the process and allow space for things to develop in ways we may not have anticipated. When we let go of control, we signal to the universe that we believe in its timing and wisdom. Often, life's outcomes are more profound, fulfilling, and aligned than anything we could have designed ourselves. By surrendering, we align with the natural flow of life, which often leads to outcomes that exceed our expectations. Trusting the process involves releasing the need to control every detail and embracing the mystery of how things will unfold. Many of us fear surrender because we associate it with vulnerability or losing agency. We feel a need to constantly manage every aspect of our journey to avoid disappointment or failure. But true surrender is not a loss of power. It's a choice to trust the wisdom of the universe. It's a courageous act that allows us to experience life fully, with all its beauty and unpredictability. Letting go of rigid expectations while remaining open. One of the greatest challenges in manifesting is letting go of rigid expectations. When we become attached to a specific outcome or timeline, we create resistance, which can block the flow of energy toward our desires. This attachment to how and when things should happen limits the possibilities the universe can offer. By letting go of rigid expectations, we open ourselves to a broader spectrum of experiences and opportunities, often discovering that the universe has something even better in store for us. Letting go doesn't mean abandoning our dreams. It simply means releasing the need to control every detail and being open to how things unfold. For example, if you're manifesting a new job, rather than fixating on a particular role or company, focus on the qualities you desire, such as creativity, growth, and purpose. By detaching from a specific outcome, you allow the universe to bring you an opportunity that might fulfill your desires in an unexpected, yet deeply aligned way. Practicing flexibility in our expectations helps us stay open to life's flow. When we can say, "I trust that whatever comes will serve my highest good," we allow ourselves to move with grace, welcoming both the expected and the surprising twists on our journey. This mindset of openness not only relieves the pressure of needing everything to go exactly as planned, but also increases our receptivity to the abundance around us. Guided meditations and techniques for releasing control and embracing trust. To support the process of surrender, here are some guided practices and techniques to help release control and cultivate a sense of trust. Number 1. Breath of surrender meditation. Find a quiet place, close your eyes, and take a deep breath in, holding it for a few moments. As you exhale, imagine releasing all tension, stress, and need for control. Repeat this several times, with each exhale letting go a little more. Visualize any worries, fears, or attachments flowing out of you with every breath, leaving space for peace and openness. This meditation helps you relax into the present moment, allowing you to connect with a sense of trust and surrender. Number 2. The river visualization. Imagine yourself standing beside a calm, flowing river. See yourself placing your intentions into a small boat and gently releasing it into the water. Watch as the boat drifts downstream, knowing that it's moving toward the right destination. This visualization helps to reinforce the feeling of letting go and trusting that your desires are being carried to where they need to be, without you needing to constantly manage the journey. Number 3. Affirmations for trust and surrender. Affirmations can reinforce a mindset of openness and trust. Try repeating these daily. I trust that the universe has a perfect plan for me. I release the need to control and allow things to flow naturally, or I am open to receiving what is meant for my highest good. Writing these affirmations down or saying them aloud each morning can help shift your mindset toward one of surrender. Number 4. Journaling, embracing the unknown. Write down your desires and then make a list of reasons why it's okay to let go of how and when they manifest. Remind yourself of past experiences when things worked out differently, but better than you'd planned. This reflection helps build confidence in surrendering, as you recognize that some of life's best moments happen when you least expect them. Number 5. Creating a ritual of release. Sometimes letting go is easier when we give it a tangible form. Light a candle and take a few deep breaths. In your mind, hold an image of your desire, and as you focus on the flame, release any attachment you feel. Visualize your desire as an energy moving beyond your control, floating freely in the universe. This ritual serves as a symbolic release, allowing you to embody the spirit of surrender. Surrender is not about giving up on our dreams. It's about trusting that the universe will bring us what we need, often in ways we couldn't have foreseen. By practicing these techniques, you reinforce your ability to release attachment and welcome life's flow. Remember that surrendering doesn't mean stepping away. It means stepping back to let life unfold in harmony with your desires. When we embrace surrender, we experience a profound sense of peace, knowing that we're supported by forces beyond our control. Life becomes less about struggle and more about flow, and we find ourselves guided by intuition, synchronicities, and gentle nudges from the universe. Surrendering opens us up to receiving in ways that resonate with our deepest truth, leading us toward a life filled with grace, joy, and abundance. In this journey of surrender, keep reminding yourself that the universe is on your side, always conspiring to bring you what is truly aligned with your soul. Let go of the need to control every outcome, and allow the magic of trust to take you places beyond your wildest dreams. Chapter 7. Receiving from Within, the Inner Journey. The journey to becoming a true receiver begins within. Before we can welcome abundance from the universe, we need to nurture a sense of worthiness and inner fulfillment. Many of us hold unconscious beliefs that make receiving difficult. We might feel undeserving, hesitant, or fearful of accepting what life offers. However, by cultivating self-love, building our self-worth, and fostering an open heart, we can transform into vessels ready to receive life's gifts with gratitude and joy. This chapter explores how aligning with our inner self can help us receive from a place of true openness and worthiness. Tuning into self-love and self-worth to become a better receiver. One of the foundational aspects of receiving is self-love, the understanding and acceptance of our inherent worth. When we genuinely love ourselves, we believe in our deservingness and feel confident in welcoming the universe's gifts. This sense of worthiness empowers us to receive openly, without guilt, doubt, or resistance. For many, self-love and self-worth are complex territories, shaped by past experiences, societal expectations, and personal beliefs. We may have internalized ideas that receiving is selfish, or that we need to earn every gift through hard work. However, true receiving is rooted in the knowledge that we are worthy simply because we exist. When we see ourselves as valuable, we become more comfortable with receiving because we believe we genuinely deserve good things. To start tuning into self-love, practice affirmations that remind you of your worth. Statements like, "I am deserving of love and abundance," "I welcome life's gifts with an open heart," and "I am enough just as I am," can help rewire limiting beliefs around worthiness. Repeating these affirmations daily instills a sense of self-love that reinforces your ability to receive. Additionally, practice self-compassion. Instead of criticizing yourself, approach your journey with kindness. Accept your imperfections and recognize that you, like everyone else, are worthy of joy, love, and abundance. The more you cultivate this compassion, the more you begin to view yourself as a person who deserves life's blessings. How inner fulfillment attracts external abundance. When we look outward for fulfillment, whether in relationships, possessions, or achievements, receiving becomes conditional. We feel satisfied only when we receive certain things or when specific desires are met. However, inner fulfillment allows us to find peace and joy within ourselves, creating a magnetic energy that attracts abundance naturally. When we feel whole and complete inside, the universe responds by mirroring that abundance externally. Inner fulfillment comes from a deep sense of self-acceptance and alignment with our values and passions. People who radiate this sense of fulfillment often notice that life flows to them with greater ease, bringing opportunities, connections, and experiences that resonate with their inner harmony. This attraction is not about demanding abundance, it's about embodying it. One way to cultivate inner fulfillment is to connect with activities that nourish your soul. Whether it's painting, journaling, cooking, or simply spending time in nature, engaging in what you love brings you closer to your true self. This joy and satisfaction translate into an energy that says to the universe, "I am fulfilled and I am ready for more." It's the paradox of abundance. When we feel complete, the universe brings us even more. Another aspect of inner fulfillment is living in alignment with your values. When you act in ways that honor your beliefs and principles, you cultivate a sense of integrity that enhances self-worth. For example, if you value kindness, practice it daily, whether toward yourself or others. Aligning your actions with your values strengthens your inner fulfillment, attracting similar energies and abundance into your life. Practices to foster self-acceptance and an open heart. To become open to receiving, we need to nurture a sense of self-acceptance and open-heartedness. This openness allows us to fully embrace the gifts that life offers, letting them flow into our lives without resistance. Number 1. Self-compassion meditation. Begin by sitting quietly and taking a few deep breaths. As you breathe, place a hand over your heart and silently repeat, "May I be kind to myself. May I accept myself as I am." Feel the warmth of your hand on your chest, and imagine it radiating self-compassion throughout your body. This practice helps you connect with your heart, allowing you to release self-judgment and embrace self-love. Number 2. The mirror exercise. Stand in front of a mirror, look into your own eyes, and speak words of kindness and acceptance. Say things like, "I am worthy of love and abundance," or "I accept myself completely." At first, this exercise may feel challenging, but with time, it becomes a powerful tool for building self-acceptance. Speaking kindly to yourself creates a shift in how you see yourself, reinforcing your belief in your worthiness to receive. Number 3. Gratitude practice for self-acknowledgement. Often, we are quick to express gratitude for others or external things, but rarely do we acknowledge our own qualities and achievements. Begin a daily practice of writing down 3 things you appreciate about yourself. It could be as simple as "I am grateful for my resilience," or "I am proud of my ability to listen." By acknowledging your inner qualities, you reinforce your self-worth and invite more reasons to feel grateful. Number 4. Heart-opening visualization. Find a quiet space and close your eyes. Visualize a warm, golden light filling your heart. Imagine this light expanding, creating a sense of openness and love within. As the light grows, feel your heart softening, welcoming the energy of love and abundance. This visualization not only opens your heart to receiving, but also reminds you of the joy of connection, both with yourself and the universe. Number 5. Forgiveness practice for self and others. Holding on to resentment or guilt can create barriers to receiving. Take a few moments to reflect on any grudges you may be holding, either against yourself or others. Practice forgiveness by silently saying, "I forgive myself and I release this burden," or "I forgive you and I set us both free." Forgiveness clears emotional space, allowing you to receive without attachment to past hurts. When we are open-hearted and grounded in self-acceptance, receiving becomes a natural, effortless experience. We no longer question whether we're worthy or fear that accepting abundance makes us selfish. Instead, we welcome life's blessings with gratitude and grace, knowing that each gift is an affirmation of our worth. As we continue on this journey of receiving, remember that it starts from within. True abundance flows from a heart that knows it is worthy and a mind that trusts in its own value. The inner journey is one of self-discovery, where each step brings us closer to a place of wholeness and peace. When we are aligned with our inner worth, we open ourselves to an endless stream of blessings, both from within and from the universe. This chapter reminds us that the most profound gifts come not from external sources, but from a place of self-love, self-worth, and inner fulfillment. By fostering self-acceptance and embracing an open heart, we cultivate the receptive energy that welcomes all that is good into our lives, transforming us into true receivers of the universe's abundance. Chapter 8. Signs, Synchronicities, and the Language of the Universe. One of the universe's most beautiful forms of communication is through signs and synchronicities, moments where life seems to be speaking directly to us. These occurrences often feel magical, a gentle reminder that we are not alone in our journey. When we set intentions, the universe responds, guiding us through symbols, unexpected events, and synchronistic encounters that align with our desires. Learning to recognize and interpret these signs deepens our connection to universal flow and helps us navigate the path to our goals with confidence and trust. Understanding and recognizing signs and synchronicities as responses to your desires. Signs and synchronicities can be thought of as the universe's way of answering our questions, guiding us toward our desires, or nudging us in a particular direction. These moments may come as unexpected coincidences, repeated symbols, or subtle yet meaningful interactions that seem to appear out of nowhere. By tuning into these occurrences, we open ourselves to receive guidance and insight that can illuminate the next steps on our path. Often, synchronicities occur when we are in alignment with our desires. They are reminders that the universe is aware of our intentions and is actively supporting us. For example, if you're looking for a new job and start encountering people, articles, or conversations around your desired field, these may be signs guiding you toward an opportunity. The key is to be open and receptive, trusting that the universe is constantly communicating with us in ways that might not always be direct or obvious. Another way signs present themselves is through repeated patterns or symbols, such as seeing the same numbers, like 1111, hearing a particular song repeatedly, or noticing a recurring theme in conversations. These patterns may be subtle, but they serve as gentle affirmations that you are on the right track, encouraging you to continue moving in your chosen direction. Examples of meaningful synchronicities and what they may signify. Number 1. The right person at the right time. Perhaps you're contemplating a big career change, and out of the blue, you meet someone who works in the exact field you're interested in. This encounter may be more than coincidence. It's likely a synchronistic sign pointing you toward your new path. These connections often feel serendipitous and can bring valuable insight or open doors to new opportunities. Number 2. Recurring numbers and symbols. Repeating numbers such as 1111, 222, or 333 are often seen as angel numbers or universal signals. They can indicate alignment, growth, and support from higher energies. For instance, seeing 1111 frequently might mean you're in sync with your soul's purpose, while 333 could symbolize that you're being guided and protected on your journey. Symbols like feathers, animals, or even particular colors can hold personal or spiritual meaning, reminding you of your connection to something greater. Number 3. Songs, phrases, or words that echo your desires. Sometimes, the universe communicates through music, phrases, or words that you keep hearing in different contexts. If you've been feeling uncertain about a relationship, for instance, and suddenly start hearing a song that resonates with your situation, it may be the universe offering comfort or clarity. These echoes often serve as reminders or affirmations aligned with our current emotional or mental state. Number 4. Synchronicities in nature. Nature is one of the most profound messengers. If you encounter certain animals repeatedly, it may signify guidance or an answer to something you've been pondering. A butterfly might represent transformation, while a hawk could symbolize focus and vision. Even changes in weather or the sudden appearance of rainbows can carry meaning, reflecting the energy of new beginnings, healing, or clarity. These meaningful synchronicities are more than coincidences. They are the universe's language, offering direction, reassurance, and encouragement along our journey. Practical exercises to strengthen awareness and deepen the connection to universal messages. Number 1. Daily Sign Journal. Keep a journal dedicated to tracking signs and synchronicities. Each day, write down any symbols, numbers, phrases, or experiences that feel significant or recurring. Over time, patterns may emerge, helping you recognize how the universe communicates with you personally. Reviewing these notes can offer clarity and reinforce your connection to the guidance you're receiving. Number 2. Setting an intention for signs. At the start of each day or week, set an intention for a specific sign to affirm your path. For example, say, "If I am meant to pursue this opportunity, may I see a blue butterfly." This exercise helps you engage actively with the universe, practicing both clarity in your desires and trust in the process. When your chosen sign appears, take it as an affirmation that the universe is guiding you forward. Number 3. Meditation for receiving guidance. Find a quiet space, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths. Set the intention to be open to guidance and invite the universe to communicate with you. Visualize yourself surrounded by a warm, inviting light, ready to receive any messages or signs. Spend a few minutes in this receptive state, allowing any thoughts, symbols, or images to come to mind. Afterward, write down anything you experienced, even if it seems insignificant, as it may hold meaning later. Number 4. Mindfulness in daily encounters. Practice mindfulness as you move through your day, paying attention to the details around you. Notice repeated themes in conversations, unexpected encounters, or subtle nudges that feel meaningful. The more present and observant you are, the easier it becomes to recognize when the universe is speaking to you. Number 5. Visualization to deepen connection. Visualize yourself in a place of peace and openness, such as a quiet meadow or a serene beach. Picture the universe as a flowing river, carrying messages and signs your way. See yourself reaching out to receive these messages, feeling grateful and open. This visualization helps attune your mind to receive universal messages with ease, building a stronger connection to the flow of synchronicities. Embracing synchronicities with trust and openness. Learning to recognize signs and synchronicities enhances our awareness and strengthens our trust in the universe's support. Each sign, no matter how small, serves as a reminder that we are not alone, that our desires are known, and that we are being guided. Even when the path feels unclear or uncertain, synchronicities can act as reassuring signals, encouraging us to continue, adjust, or rethink our course. By practicing mindfulness, tracking signs, and setting intentions, we become more attuned to this language of the universe. We realize that every moment, encounter, and experience is part of a greater story, and that our journey is supported by forces that work beyond our understanding. The art of recognizing and interpreting synchronicities allows us to move through life with a sense of wonder, knowing that the universe is constantly communicating with us. Each time we open ourselves to this guidance, we build a bridge between our desires and the universal energies that work in tandem to bring them to life. Embrace these signs as gifts and trust that they are guiding you toward your highest potential and purpose. Chapter 9. The Art of Saying Yes, Embracing Opportunities. There's a special power in the word yes. It signals openness, possibility, and a willingness to embrace life's offerings. However, many of us are more inclined to say no, often due to fear, doubt, or the weight of past experiences. Learning to say yes is a transformative practice that allows us to step into the flow of opportunity, inviting unexpected blessings and growth. In this chapter, we'll explore the art of saying yes, understanding why we sometimes hold back, and discovering how embracing opportunities can lead to remarkable, life-enriching experiences. Overcoming the habit of saying no out of fear, doubt, or past experiences. For many of us, saying no has become a natural response when faced with the unknown. We may say no out of fear of failure, fear of rejection, or fear of the unfamiliar. Doubt can also hold us back, causing us to question our abilities or whether we deserve the opportunity. Sometimes, our tendency to say no stems from past experiences. If we've experienced disappointment or hurt, we may avoid new opportunities to shield ourselves from potential pain. However, every no limits our potential to grow, to experience joy, and to receive what life has to offer. It's as if we're building walls around ourselves, creating a narrow, confined version of what our life could be. By recognizing when we're holding back, we can begin to release these barriers and replace our instinctive no with a more open-hearted yes. To shift this mindset, start by reflecting on the underlying reasons behind your no. When you feel resistance, ask yourself, am I saying no because I'm genuinely not interested, or is it because I'm afraid? Is this decision based on present circumstances or past fears? These questions help you distinguish between true disinterest and fear-based resistance, empowering you to make choices from a place of curiosity rather than caution. Recognizing and stepping into new opportunities with confidence and joy. Saying yes is about recognizing opportunities that align with our growth and values and embracing them with an open mind. It's about believing in our own potential and trusting that the universe has placed this opportunity in front of us for a reason. Every opportunity, big or small, is a chance to learn, expand, and step into a fuller version of ourselves. When an opportunity presents itself, tune into your intuition. If you feel a spark of excitement, curiosity, or possibility, take it as a sign to say yes. This doesn't mean every opportunity will feel comfortable. Often, the most meaningful experiences require us to step out of our comfort zones. Remember, confidence isn't about knowing you'll succeed. It's about trusting that, no matter the outcome, you have the resilience to grow through the experience. Think of people who have achieved great things. They didn't always know what lay ahead, but they said yes to the journey. Saying yes to opportunities invites a sense of adventure and playfulness into our lives, allowing us to approach each experience with the joy of discovery rather than the pressure of certainty. When we say yes, we give ourselves permission to explore, to stumble, and to find joy in the process, knowing that every yes is a stepping stone to something greater. How saying yes opens doors to unexpected blessings. When we say yes, we open doors that lead to unexpected blessings. Life is filled with possibilities, and by saying yes, we create space for miracles, connections, and outcomes we might never have imagined. Opportunities have a way of unfolding in ways that bring richness and depth to our lives, often in ways we couldn't have planned. For instance, saying yes to a new social event could lead to meeting someone who becomes a lifelong friend or mentor. Saying yes to a challenging project might unveil skills and strengths you never knew you had. Even seemingly small yes, like trying a new hobby or attending a workshop, can lead to transformative experiences and introduce us to parts of ourselves we hadn't yet discovered. To fully appreciate the power of saying yes, remember that life's blessings often come from unexpected places. We may have a vision of what we want, but the universe often has a more creative, expansive plan in store. Each yes is like planting a seed. Some will grow immediately, while others will blossom over time in surprising ways. By embracing a mindset of openness, we allow these seeds to take root and flourish, bringing beauty and abundance into our lives. Practical tips to begin saying yes. Number 1. Challenge your default responses. Start by observing how often you say no out of habit. Each time you feel inclined to decline an invitation or opportunity, pause and reflect. Ask yourself, what would happen if I said yes? Challenge your default reactions by considering the potential of each opportunity, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. Number 2. Set a yes challenge. For 1 week, commit to saying yes to new experiences and invitations that come your way, within reason. This might include accepting a friend's invitation, trying a new activity, or volunteering for something at work. The goal is to open yourself to possibilities and practice receiving opportunities that come from saying yes. Number 3. Visualize saying yes as a doorway. Each time you say yes, imagine it as opening a door to new opportunities. Visualize yourself confidently walking through that door, curious and excited about what lies ahead. This mental image helps you associate saying yes with expansion rather than fear, creating a positive association with embracing new opportunities. Number 4. Embrace small yes. Saying yes doesn't always have to be about big, life-changing decisions. Practice saying yes to smaller daily choices, trying a new dish, reading a different genre, or listening to a friend's suggestion. These small yes gradually build your openness and confidence, helping you feel more comfortable with saying yes on a larger scale. Number 5. Celebrate each yes as a victory. Each time you say yes, take a moment to celebrate your courage and openness. Reflect on how the experience made you feel and what you learned from it. Celebrating each yes, no matter how small, reinforces your willingness to embrace life, helping you build a habit of openness and positivity. By mastering the art of saying yes, you allow yourself to be guided by the flow of opportunity and abundance. The act of saying yes is not just about accepting experiences, it's about embracing life itself. Each yes is a message to the universe that you are ready, open, and willing to receive the blessings intended for you. This simple shift in mindset can lead to profound changes, bringing joy, growth, and unexpected beauty into your journey. As you continue saying yes to life, you'll find that each opportunity adds depth, richness, and meaning to your story. Over time, you'll realize that the art of saying yes is an invitation to a life that feels fuller, more vibrant, and aligned with your truest self. Remember, life's greatest adventures often begin with a single courageous yes. Chapter 10. Practicing Gratitude as a Magnet for More. Gratitude is a powerful force that can transform our lives in profound ways. It's more than just saying thank you. It's a deep sense of appreciation for the abundance that already exists in our lives. When we cultivate gratitude, we amplify our energy of receiving, aligning ourselves with the frequency of abundance. Gratitude acts as a magnet, attracting even more blessings into our lives and bridging the gap between our present circumstances and future desires. The role of gratitude in amplifying receiving energy. At its core, gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have. This shift in perspective is essential for aligning with the energy of receiving. When we dwell on scarcity, we create resistance and block the flow of abundance. Conversely, when we focus on the good in our lives, we open ourselves up to receive even more. Gratitude raises our vibrational frequency, aligning us with the positive energies of the universe. Think of gratitude as tuning into a radio station of abundance. By expressing appreciation for what we have, we send out a signal to the universe that we're open and ready to receive more. This signal attracts similar energies, drawing in experiences, opportunities, and resources that resonate with our appreciative state. The more grateful we are, the more we attract reasons to be grateful. Moreover, gratitude helps us stay present and mindful. It anchors us in the moment, allowing us to fully experience and appreciate life's gifts as they come. This presence enhances our awareness, making it easier to recognize opportunities and signs from the universe that we might otherwise overlook. Daily gratitude practices to build a sustained sense of appreciation. Cultivating gratitude is a daily practice that requires intention and consistency. Here are some practical ways to incorporate gratitude into your everyday life. Number 1. Gratitude journaling. Set aside a few minutes each day to write down things you're grateful for. This can be done in the morning to set a positive tone for the day, or in the evening to reflect on the day's blessings. Aim to list at least 3 to 5 things, no matter how big or small. Over time, this practice trains your mind to seek out the positive aspects of your life. Number 2. Gratitude meditation. Begin your meditation sessions by focusing on feelings of gratitude. Close your eyes, take deep breaths, and bring to mind people, experiences, or things you're thankful for. Allow yourself to fully feel the warmth and joy that comes with appreciation. This practice not only enhances your meditation, but also deepens your connection to the energy of receiving. Number 3. Expressing gratitude to others. Make it a habit to express gratitude to the people in your life. This could be a simple thank you note, a heartfelt conversation, or a small act of kindness. Expressing gratitude strengthens relationships and creates a positive feedback loop of appreciation and goodwill. Number 4. Gratitude reminders. Use visual cues to remind yourself to be grateful throughout the day. This could be a bracelet, a screensaver on your phone, or sticky notes placed in frequent spots. Each time you see the reminder, take a moment to acknowledge something you're grateful for. Number 5. Mindful moments. Incorporate gratitude into routine activities. While eating, be grateful for the food and the nourishment it provides. During a walk, appreciate the beauty of nature around you. These mindful moments turn ordinary tasks into opportunities for gratitude. Number 6. Gratitude jar. Keep a jar where you can drop in notes about things you're grateful for. Over time, the jar fills up, serving as a tangible representation of the abundance in your life. On days when you need a boost, read through the notes to remind yourself of your blessings. Understanding gratitude as a bridge to manifesting future desires. Gratitude doesn't just amplify our current state of receiving. It also acts as a bridge to manifesting our future desires. When we're grateful for what we have, we align ourselves with the energy of abundance, which is essential for attracting more of what we want. By appreciating our present circumstances, we acknowledge the universe's role in providing for us. This acknowledgement fosters a deeper trust in the universe's ability to bring forth our desires. It's a way of saying, I see and appreciate what you've given me, and I trust that more is on the way. Furthermore, gratitude shifts our mindset from one of lack to one of fulfillment. When we feel fulfilled, we're less likely to cling to our desires out of desperation. Instead, we can hold our intentions lightly, trusting that they will manifest in the right time and way. This relaxed state of expectation is conducive to receiving, as it reduces resistance and allows the universe to work its magic. An effective way to use gratitude as a bridge to your future desires is through future gratitude. This involves expressing thanks for your desires as if they have already manifested. For example, you might say, I am grateful for the fulfilling and rewarding career that brings joy to my life, even if you're still seeking that job. This practice aligns your energy with the reality you wish to create, reinforcing your intentions with positive emotion. Visualization with gratitude. Combine visualization with gratitude by imagining your desires fulfilled and feeling grateful for them. Picture yourself living your desired reality, and immerse yourself in the emotions of gratitude and joy that come with it. This powerful combination sends a clear message to the universe about what you intend to attract. Gratitude and affirmations. Incorporate gratitude into your affirmations. Instead of saying, I will find love, say, I am grateful for the loving and supportive relationship in my life. This phrasing reinforces the belief that your desire is already on its way to you. Appreciating the journey. Remember to express gratitude not only for the destination, but also for the journey. Acknowledge the lessons learned, the growth experienced, and the small victories along the way. This appreciation keeps you focused on the positive aspects of your path, maintaining a high vibrational state conducive to manifesting your desires. Embracing gratitude as a way of life. Practicing gratitude transforms it from a momentary feeling into a way of life. It becomes a lens through which you view the world, consistently highlighting the abundance that surrounds you. This shift has a profound impact on your overall well-being, relationships, and ability to manifest your desires. By embracing gratitude, you enhance your emotional well-being. Gratitude reduces stress, increases happiness, and fosters a positive outlook on life. Strengthen relationships. Expressing appreciation deepens connections with others and fosters mutual respect and affection. Improve physical health. Studies have shown that grateful people often experience better sleep, stronger immune systems, and lower blood pressure. Boost resilience. Gratitude helps you focus on the positive, making it easier to navigate challenges and setbacks. Gratitude is more than a practice. It's a state of being that aligns you with the abundance of the universe. It opens your heart and mind to receive more of life's gifts, acting as a magnet for your desires. By making gratitude a central part of your life, you pave the way for greater joy, fulfillment, and manifestation. Reflection exercise. Take a moment to reflect on areas of your life where gratitude may be lacking. Are there aspects you've been taking for granted or focusing on the negative? Consider how you can shift your perspective to one of appreciation. Write down your thoughts and commit to integrating gratitude into these areas. Final thoughts. Gratitude is a simple yet profound tool that enhances every aspect of receiving. It connects you to the present moment, amplifies your energy, and bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. As you continue on your journey, let gratitude be your constant companion, guiding you toward a life rich with abundance and fulfillment. Chapter 11. Receiving through relationships. Relationships are one of the most profound avenues for learning how to receive. Through our connections with others, we have the opportunity to receive love, support, guidance, and kindness, which enrich our lives and contribute to our growth. However, many of us struggle with fully opening ourselves up to receive from others, whether due to past experiences, fear of vulnerability, or a sense of independence that prevents us from relying on others. This chapter explores the art of receiving within relationships, breaking down barriers to openness, and understanding the flow of reciprocal energy that sustains healthy connections. Learning to receive love, support, and kindness from others. Receiving from others can feel challenging, especially if we are used to being self-reliant or if we've experienced hurt or disappointment in the past. Accepting love and kindness requires a level of openness that can make us feel vulnerable. However, allowing ourselves to receive from others is essential for building deeper, more fulfilling relationships. When we welcome the love and support of others, we create space for connection and build trust, allowing our relationships to flourish. One of the most common blocks to receiving in relationships is the belief that we don't deserve love or kindness. This feeling of unworthiness can stem from past experiences, self-doubt, or even cultural conditioning that equates receiving with weakness. To begin opening ourselves up to receive, it's crucial to address and release these limiting beliefs. Practice reminding yourself that you are worthy of love and that accepting it doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. Every act of kindness, every supportive word, and every loving gesture is an affirmation of your worth. Another way to practice receiving in relationships is by recognizing that others genuinely want to give. Often, we hesitate to accept help or kindness because we don't want to burden others. However, giving and receiving are mutually fulfilling acts. When someone offers support, they are not only helping you, but also experiencing the joy of giving. By allowing yourself to receive, you give others the opportunity to express their love and kindness, deepening the connection you share. Breaking down barriers to vulnerability and openness in relationships. Openness and vulnerability are essential for meaningful relationships, yet many of us shy away from being truly open with others. We build walls around ourselves, fearing rejection, disappointment, or the loss of control. However, these walls often prevent us from receiving the love, acceptance, and support that others are willing to offer. Vulnerability doesn't mean exposing everything about ourselves to everyone. It's about allowing ourselves to be seen authentically by those we trust. Being vulnerable is a courageous act that fosters deeper intimacy and trust. When we let others in, we give them the chance to see who we really are, allowing them to love and accept us in our entirety. To begin breaking down barriers to vulnerability, start with small acts of openness. For example, if a friend offers to help you with something, practice saying yes, even if your first instinct is to decline. When someone expresses appreciation or affection, allow yourself to fully receive it rather than deflecting it. These small moments of acceptance can help you gradually become more comfortable with vulnerability. Additionally, practice open communication with those close to you. Share your feelings, thoughts, and fears, and allow them to do the same. Expressing yourself honestly invites others to respond with empathy, creating a safe space where you can both give and receive without judgment. When we trust others with our vulnerability, we create a foundation of mutual respect and understanding that strengthens our relationships. The role of reciprocal energy in healthy relationships and networks. Healthy relationships are built on a flow of reciprocal energy, a natural balance between giving and receiving. When both people in a relationship are open to giving and receiving, the relationship becomes a space of shared growth, support, and mutual fulfillment. This balance of energy prevents one-sided dynamics, where one person constantly gives and the other constantly receives, which can lead to resentment or feelings of inadequacy. Reciprocity doesn't mean keeping a mental tally of who has given or received more. It's about creating a natural, harmonious exchange where both parties feel valued and supported. When we practice reciprocal energy, we honor each other's contributions, allowing both people to feel seen and appreciated. This dynamic is vital not only in close relationships, but also in broader networks, such as friendships, professional connections, and community bonds. One way to cultivate reciprocal energy is by being mindful of both your own and others' needs. When you offer support or kindness, do so from a place of genuine care rather than obligation. Similarly, when you receive, accept it with gratitude, knowing that you are also offering something valuable, your openness to receiving. This exchange of energy creates a cycle of generosity and appreciation that enhances the quality of the relationship. Another way to practice reciprocity is by regularly checking in with those in your life. Ask yourself if there are ways you can support them, and likewise, be open to receiving their support. In friendships, this might mean sharing moments of joy, sorrow, and everyday life equally. In professional relationships, it might involve offering mentorship or asking for guidance when needed. In family relationships, it could be as simple as showing appreciation for their presence and allowing them to care for you in return. Practical steps to open yourself to receiving in relationships. Number 1. Practice saying, thank you. When someone offers kindness, help, or a compliment, practice saying, thank you, without downplaying or deflecting it. A simple, sincere thank you allows you to fully receive the gesture and acknowledges the giver's intention. Number 2. Reflect on past experiences. Take time to reflect on any past experiences that may have created walls around your ability to receive. Ask yourself if you're carrying beliefs or fears from these experiences that no longer serve you. By bringing these memories to light, you can begin to heal and release them. Number 3. Set intentions for openness. Start each day with an intention to be open to receiving from others. You might say, today I welcome love, support, and kindness from those around me. This intention helps cultivate a receptive mindset, preparing you to embrace what comes. Number 4. Offer and receive without expectation. Practice giving and receiving without expecting anything in return. This approach reinforces the joy of connection rather than focusing on a transactional exchange. It creates an environment of genuine care and builds trust between you and those around you. Number 5. Share vulnerabilities with trusted people. Open up to people you trust by sharing something personal. It doesn't have to be deeply emotional. It could be a simple fear or hope. When they respond with empathy, you'll begin to feel more comfortable receiving support and understanding. Number 6. Acknowledge the value of others' contributions. When someone gives to you, recognize the value of their contribution. Whether it's emotional support, guidance, or practical help, take a moment to appreciate what they've offered. This acknowledgement strengthens the bond and enhances the flow of reciprocal energy. Embracing relationships as channels of abundance. By learning to receive within our relationships, we open ourselves to a wealth of emotional abundance. Each connection becomes a source of mutual growth, joy, and support, enriching our lives in ways we cannot experience alone. Receiving from others doesn't diminish our strength. It enhances it by connecting us to a network of love and support. Remember, relationships are dynamic. They require a balance between giving and receiving. When we embrace both aspects, we create connections that are not only fulfilling but also resilient and enduring. Each time we allow ourselves to receive, we strengthen our bond with others and nurture the energy of abundance within our relationships. In learning to receive, we deepen our understanding of the interconnectedness of life. We realize that we're not alone and that we are part of a larger flow of giving and receiving. By embracing this flow, we open ourselves to a life filled with meaningful relationships, boundless support, and the transformative power of love. Chapter 12. Embracing Divine Timing, Patience and Trust. In our fast-paced world, waiting can feel like an uncomfortable, even frustrating experience. We often want our desires to manifest on our schedule, but the universe has its own rhythm. Divine timing is the idea that everything unfolds when it's meant to, aligning with a greater plan that's not always visible to us. Learning to trust in this timing requires patience, resilience, and a deep sense of surrender. By embracing divine timing, we open ourselves to possibilities that may exceed anything we could have imagined. Understanding that the universe operates on its own timing, not ours. When we set intentions or begin working toward a goal, it's natural to want immediate results. However, the universe operates with a wisdom that sees beyond our immediate desires, understanding the intricate connections and events that need to fall into place to bring about the best outcome. Divine timing is about trusting that the right things will happen when all elements are aligned, and sometimes this alignment takes longer than we expect. Think of divine timing as planting a seed. Just as a seed needs time, sunlight, and nourishment to grow into a strong plant, our desires also need time and conditions to flourish. Even if we water it and tend to it, we cannot force it to bloom before it's ready. The same applies to our dreams and intentions. By allowing things to unfold naturally, we give the universe room to orchestrate events in a way that serves our highest good. This concept doesn't mean we should become passive. It means we should take inspired action, then trust in the process. Our role is to prepare, nurture, and stay open, but not to control. When we release our attachment to timing, we shift from impatience to a state of faith, knowing that what's meant for us is already on its way. Building patience and resilience while waiting for manifestations. Patience is essential in learning to work with divine timing, and it's a skill that can be developed. Waiting for something we desire can be challenging, especially when we don't see immediate results. However, patience teaches us to trust that every moment has its purpose, even if we can't yet see how it all fits together. One way to cultivate patience is to focus on the journey rather than the destination. Instead of fixating on the end result, embrace the process of becoming the person who can hold that vision. Often, the journey to manifesting our desires is filled with growth, self-discovery, and preparation. Each step shapes us into someone capable of fully receiving and appreciating what we seek. Resilience is equally important in the waiting process. When we face delays or setbacks, resilience helps us stay committed to our goals without losing hope. Rather than interpreting delays as signs of failure, view them as part of the journey. Every delay can be an opportunity to learn, adjust, and grow stronger. Ask yourself, what is this time of waiting teaching me? How can I use this time to prepare myself for what's coming? These reflections can shift your perspective, helping you stay grounded and optimistic. Another tool to cultivate patience and resilience is gratitude. By appreciating the present moment and acknowledging the blessings you already have, you create a positive mindset that sustains you through periods of waiting. Practicing gratitude also reminds you that the universe has already provided for you in many ways, reinforcing your trust in divine timing. Stories of people who experienced delays that led to better outcomes than expected. The concept of divine timing is reflected in countless stories of people who experienced delays only to realize, in hindsight, that these setbacks led to something even better than they had imagined. Here are a few examples that illustrate how trusting the timing of life can lead to extraordinary outcomes. Number 1. J.K. Rowling and Harry Potter. Before J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series became a worldwide phenomenon, it faced numerous rejections from publishers. Rowling's journey was filled with challenges, including financial hardship and setbacks. However, her perseverance paid off when she finally found a publisher who believed in her vision. Had Rowling's book been accepted immediately by any publisher, she might not have found the team that would help turn her story into one of the most successful series in history. The delays allowed her to hone her craft, build resilience, and ultimately find the right fit for her work. Number 2. Steve Jobs' return to Apple. Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple, was famously ousted from his own company. This period of exile could have been viewed as a failure, but Jobs used it to grow and explore new ventures, including founding Next and investing in Pixar. When he eventually returned to Apple, he brought a wealth of experience and a fresh perspective that led the company to unparalleled success. The time away was necessary for Jobs to evolve as a leader, and his delayed return was key to Apple's transformation into one of the world's most innovative companies. Number 3. Oprah Winfrey's career breakthrough. Oprah Winfrey faced numerous obstacles early in her career, including rejections and failures that would have discouraged many. At one point, she was demoted from a primetime news anchor position, a setback that could have derailed her ambitions. However, this delay redirected her to a talk show format, where she thrived and ultimately transformed daytime television. This detour led Oprah to a platform that allowed her to make a global impact far beyond what she initially envisioned. These stories serve as reminders that delays often carry hidden gifts. What appears as a setback may actually be a setup for something greater than we initially imagined. By allowing life to unfold and trusting in divine timing, we create space for outcomes that align with our deepest purpose and potential. Practical steps to embrace divine timing. Number 1. Set intentions and release control. After setting your intention, release your need to control when or how it manifests. Trust that the universe is working in the background. Remind yourself that while you can influence your path, you don't have to micromanage every detail. This release helps reduce anxiety and creates space for your desires to unfold. Number 2. Stay present and focus on growth. Use the waiting period as a time for personal growth. Ask yourself how you can prepare mentally, emotionally, or physically for your goal. By focusing on becoming the best version of yourself, you align with your desires and make yourself more receptive to receiving them when they arrive. Number 3. Reframe delays as opportunities. When things don't go as planned, ask yourself what opportunities the delay might offer. Each setback could be a chance to refine your vision, develop new skills, or gain clarity. Shifting your perspective helps you remain resilient and optimistic. Number 4. Create a gratitude practice. Every day, take a few moments to reflect on what you're grateful for in your current situation. This practice grounds you in the present and reinforces a sense of abundance, which can sustain you while you wait. Gratitude helps build a mindset of trust and patience, making it easier to accept divine timing. Number 5. Visualization with flexibility. Visualize your desired outcome, but remain flexible about the how and when. Picture yourself happy, fulfilled, and at peace with your journey, regardless of specific details. This practice fosters openness, allowing the universe to bring you the best possible outcome, even if it looks different from what you originally envisioned. Embracing trust in divine timing. Trusting in divine timing is a practice of faith, patience, and surrender. It's about recognizing that the universe knows what's best for us, even when we cannot see the bigger picture. Every delay, every detour, and every period of waiting is part of a larger, interconnected journey designed to bring us closer to our truest selves. As you embrace divine timing, remember that life is not a race. Each experience, whether it comes swiftly or slowly, has something valuable to teach. By surrendering to the flow, you find peace in the present, knowing that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. With patience and resilience, you become a co-creator with the universe, welcoming outcomes that are often greater than you could have planned. In the end, divine timing is a reminder that life has its own wisdom, and that sometimes the best things are worth the wait. Embrace this journey with trust, knowing that each moment is leading you closer to where you are meant to be. Chapter 13. When Desires Change, Realigning with Evolving Goals. Our desires are not static. They shift, grow, and sometimes completely transform as we journey through life. What once felt like a passionate goal may start to feel less resonant, while new dreams emerge that call us in different directions. Embracing this evolution is key to living authentically and staying aligned with our truest self. Recognizing when our desires change and adapting to new intentions allows us to flow with life rather than resist it, continually realigning with the universe and the evolving path ahead. Recognizing when your desires shift and adapting to new intentions. One of the most challenging aspects of change is realizing that something we once deeply wanted no longer aligns with who we are becoming. This shift can be subtle, like a gradual loss of enthusiasm, or it can be abrupt, with a new passion emerging that feels suddenly urgent. Recognizing and honoring these changes is essential to growth and personal fulfillment. Often, Our desires change as we gain new experiences, insights, or perspectives. For example, a career goal that once felt fulfilling may no longer resonate after a personal transformation. Relationships, material goals, and even our sense of purpose can evolve over time. It's natural for our goals to change, as each step of our journey reveals more about who we are and what truly matters to us. When you notice your passion for a particular goal waning, take a moment to reflect. Ask yourself if this goal still brings you joy, excitement, or purpose. If not, consider what new desires might be emerging. It's okay to let go of past goals that no longer serve you. Releasing these attachments frees up energy for new pursuits and aligns you more closely with your authentic self. Realigning with the universe by reevaluating and refining goals. As your desires evolve, it's important to realign with the universe by reevaluating and refining your intentions. Think of this process as tuning your inner compass. Each time you realign, you gain clarity on your path and signal to the universe that you're open to receiving what is meant for you now, not what was right for you in the past. Start by revisiting your goals and asking yourself a few key questions. Is this goal still in harmony with who I am today? Does pursuing this goal make me feel energized and fulfilled? What new intentions or desires are beginning to emerge? Be honest with yourself. If a goal feels outdated, release it without guilt or regret. Releasing an old dream doesn't mean it wasn't worthwhile. It simply means you've grown, and it's time to honor your new direction. Likewise, if new desires are surfacing, acknowledge them fully and begin exploring how to bring them to life. After reevaluating your goals, refine your intentions by clarifying what truly matters to you now. Write down your new desires or intentions as if they are already part of your reality, allowing yourself to visualize and feel them. When you realign with these updated goals, you create an energetic shift that draws the universe's support toward your present path. This realignment keeps your journey dynamic and adaptable, ensuring that you're always moving in a direction that reflects your current values and aspirations. Exercises for staying flexible and open to change on the journey. Flexibility and openness are essential for adapting to the twists and turns of life. These exercises can help you embrace change and stay attuned to evolving desires as you move forward. Number 1. Monthly reflection and reset. Set aside time each month to reflect on your goals, intentions, and desires. During this reflection, ask yourself if your goals still feel exciting and meaningful. If any goal feels stagnant or unaligned, consider revising it or letting it go. This monthly check-in keeps you in tune with yourself and helps prevent attachment to outdated aspirations. Number 2. Visualization of your future self. Imagine yourself 1, 5, or even 10 years from now. Visualize this future version of you in detail. What do they value? What brings them joy? And what goals have they accomplished? By regularly visualizing your future self, you gain clarity on the desires that truly resonate with who you are becoming. This visualization can reveal new insights, inspiring you to pursue goals aligned with your evolving self. Number 3. Writing a living vision board. Create a vision board that reflects not just your current goals, but also the feelings, experiences, and qualities you want in your life. Instead of specific goals, focus on broader themes like joy, adventure, connection, or growth that leave room for change. This living vision board can evolve as you do. Update it regularly with images, words, or symbols that resonate with your changing desires. Number 4. Meditation for openness to change. Practice a meditation centered on openness and adaptability. Visualize yourself as a flowing river, moving naturally with the bends and currents of life. Repeat a mantra, such as, I am open to change and trust my evolving path, or, I release attachment to the past and welcome what is meant for me. This meditation helps you cultivate a mindset of fluidity, making it easier to embrace new directions without resistance. Number 5. Affirmations for letting go and moving forward. Use affirmations to reinforce your openness to change and to release old desires that no longer serve you. Phrases like, I honor my journey and embrace my growth. I am grateful for my past desires and I welcome new dreams. Or I trust the unfolding of my path can support you in letting go gracefully while staying receptive to new opportunities. Number 6. Journaling to capture new desires. Keep a journal dedicated to capturing any new desires, goals, or insights that arise. When something feels exciting or intriguing, write it down without judgment. This habit helps you track patterns in your evolving interests and gives you space to explore them without pressure. Reviewing these entries over time can reveal emerging passions and inspire fresh directions in your life. Embracing flexibility as a superpower. Staying flexible is not just about adapting to change. It's about allowing yourself the freedom to redefine your path as you grow. When you're flexible, you give yourself permission to explore, to reinvent, and to align with what feels right in the present moment. This flexibility transforms change from a source of fear into a source of opportunity, empowering you to navigate life's transitions with confidence and curiosity. It's important to remember that goals and desires serve as guides, not destinations. They give us direction, but they don't define us. By staying open to the evolution of your desires, you keep your journey fresh, vibrant, and aligned with your highest potential. Flexibility enables you to see each stage of life as an adventure, knowing that every change is leading you closer to a deeper understanding of yourself. Realigning with the universe as a lifelong practice. The process of realigning with your goals and desires is ongoing. Life is full of surprises, and as you encounter new experiences, your inner landscape will shift. This evolution is part of your growth, and it's a testament to your ability to learn, adapt, and continually seek what fulfills you. Realigning with the universe means consistently checking in with yourself, honoring your changing path, and trusting that each shift brings you closer to the life you're meant to live. In the end, evolving desires are a natural and necessary part of the journey. Embrace the shifts with gratitude, for they are the markers of a life lived with intention and authenticity. By honoring your new goals and letting go of the old, you create a dynamic relationship with the universe, one that allows for infinite possibilities and supports the ever-unfolding journey of becoming your truest self. Chapter 14. Integrating Receiving into Daily Life. To truly harness the art of receiving, it's essential to make it a natural part of your everyday life. When receiving becomes second nature, you open yourself to abundance in all forms, whether in relationships, opportunities, personal growth, or unexpected blessings. Integrating receiving into daily life is about cultivating a mindset of openness, gratitude, and balance, where you harmonize your desires, take inspired actions, and allow the universe to work in its own way and time. This chapter explores how to create simple, consistent practices that help you live a life aligned with the flow of receiving. Building daily rituals that reinforce the mindset of receiving. Rituals are powerful tools that ground us in our intentions and help us maintain a positive, receptive mindset. By incorporating small rituals into your day, you create moments to reconnect with your openness to receiving, strengthening your alignment with abundance. Number 1. Morning intention setting. Start each day by setting an intention to be open to the blessings, opportunities, and experiences that may come your way. This could be as simple as saying, "Today, I welcome all forms of abundance with gratitude and joy." You might also visualize your heart and mind expanding, ready to receive everything that serves your highest good. This morning practice aligns your energy with openness, setting a positive tone for the day. Number 2. Gratitude affirmations. Incorporate gratitude into your routine by using affirmations that reinforce your readiness to receive. Examples include, "I am worthy of abundance," "I welcome all that brings me joy and fulfillment," or "I am grateful for the blessings I receive each day." Repeat these affirmations throughout the day, especially during transitions like commuting or taking a break. Affirmations help to train your mind toward a receiving mindset, making openness a natural part of your outlook. Number 3. Evening reflection and appreciation. End your day with a reflection on the ways you received, even in small ways. Perhaps someone offered you kindness, you enjoyed a fulfilling conversation, or you noticed beauty in your surroundings. Acknowledge these moments and express gratitude for each one. This evening ritual reinforces your receiving mindset and strengthens your awareness of abundance in your life. Simple techniques for staying aligned, balanced, and open throughout the day. Life can be busy and distracting, making it easy to fall back into a mindset of control or scarcity. These techniques are designed to help you stay centered and receptive, no matter what the day brings. Number 1. Mindful breathing for openness. When you feel stressed or closed off, take a moment to breathe deeply. As you inhale, visualize yourself opening up, as if you're drawing in light and abundance. As you exhale, release any tension or resistance. This simple breathing exercise can help you reset and return to a receptive state, even in the midst of a hectic day. Number 2. Notice and release resistance. Throughout the day, pay attention to moments when you feel resistance or a tendency to control outcomes. It might arise as a feeling of impatience, doubt, or frustration. When you notice it, pause and mentally affirm, I release the need to control, I am open to receive. Letting go of resistance in the moment restores your alignment and reinforces trust in the flow of life. Number 3, practice saying yes. Challenge yourself to say yes more often, especially when opportunities, support, or kindness come your way. Accept compliments, allow others to help, and be open to invitations or new experiences. This practice shifts your energy from reluctance to receptivity, helping you build confidence in the art of receiving. Number 4, create space for stillness and presence. Set aside a few moments each day for stillness, whether through meditation, deep breathing, or simply sitting quietly. These moments of presence are powerful for reconnecting with your inner self and staying aligned with your intentions. When we slow down, we become more aware of the gifts and opportunities around us, naturally enhancing our capacity to receive. Number 5, visualize abundance flowing to you. When you have a spare moment, close your eyes and visualize abundance as a flowing river, with opportunities, love, and blessings coming toward you effortlessly. Imagine yourself as a conduit, open and ready to receive. This visualization can help you maintain a mindset of abundance and ease, regardless of external circumstances. How to live a life that harmonizes desire, action, and allowance effortlessly. The ultimate goal of integrating receiving into daily life is to live in a harmonious state where desire, action, and allowance flow together effortlessly. This means balancing your dreams with inspired steps, then allowing the universe to unfold in its own way. Here are some ways to achieve this balance. Number 1, clarify your desires and stay aligned. Set clear intentions about what you want, but let go of rigid expectations. When you're clear on your desires, it becomes easier to recognize opportunities when they arise. However, stay flexible and open to unexpected outcomes. Allowing room for the universe to work keeps you from feeling anxious or impatient, helping you trust the process. Number 2, take inspired, not forced action. Act on your desires with passion and curiosity, but avoid forcing outcomes. When you feel a natural urge or inspiration to take a step, do so wholeheartedly. This is the essence of inspired action, where your actions are guided by enthusiasm rather than pressure. When you focus on what you can joyfully do, you naturally align with the flow of receiving. Number 3, practice allowance with gratitude and detachment. Once you've taken steps toward your desires, practice the art of allowance. Release your attachment to specific outcomes and timelines, trusting that the universe will respond in its own way. Cultivating detachment doesn't mean abandoning your dreams. It simply means letting go of control. Trust that what is meant for you will come and appreciate each moment of the journey. Number 4, celebrate both small and big moments of receiving. Celebrate every act of receiving, whether big or small. When you acknowledge each blessing, you strengthen your connection with the energy of abundance. This habit reinforces the cycle of receiving and encourages you to continue cultivating an open, grateful mindset. Each time you celebrate, you increase your vibrational alignment with your desires. Number 5, anchor your day in gratitude and openness. Begin and end each day with a focus on gratitude and openness. The more you affirm your readiness to receive, the more natural and effortless it becomes. This consistent focus creates a magnetic energy that attracts more of what you desire into your life. By anchoring your day in gratitude, you maintain a foundation of positivity that supports you in receiving, embracing the flow of receiving as a way of life. When receiving becomes an integral part of your life, you naturally attune yourself to the abundance that exists all around you. Living in a state of balance, where desire, action, and allowance coexist, brings a sense of peace and harmony. You no longer feel the need to chase or control, because you trust that everything you need is available and flowing to you in the perfect time and way. Integrating receiving into your daily life isn't about perfection. It's about cultivating a practice. Some days will feel effortless, while others may require more intention and awareness. The key is to stay consistent, knowing that each small act of openness contributes to a life of abundance. As you continue on this journey, remember that receiving is a skill, a mindset, and a way of being. Embrace it with joy, patience, and trust, knowing that you are always supported. By living a life that harmonizes desire, action, and allowance, you create a continuous flow of abundance and fulfillment, allowing you to fully experience the beauty and magic of life. Conclusion: becoming a master of receiving. The journey of mastering the art of receiving is one of profound transformation. As you've moved through these chapters, you've learned that receiving is not passive. It's an intentional, vibrant state of openness and alignment with the universe. By understanding and embracing the principles of receiving, you're stepping into a life that harmonizes desire, action, and allowance, where dreams have the space to manifest in their own time and way. This journey transforms your desires into reality, not by force, but by co-creating with the universe in a state of trust, joy, and fulfillment. Reflecting on the journey of transforming desire into reality, take a moment to look back at the steps you've taken toward becoming a master of receiving. You've learned to set clear intentions, let go of control, trust in divine timing, and welcome signs and synchronicities that guide you along the way. You've cultivated a mindset of gratitude, learned to recognize and honor evolving desires, and embraced relationships and opportunities as sources of mutual abundance. All of these practices have built a foundation for living a life that is not only open to abundance but aligned with it. This journey has been about more than simply achieving goals. It's been about transforming how you relate to life itself. When you live in a state of receptivity, you create a space for magic, joy, and fulfillment to flow into your life naturally. You become attuned to the universe's whispers, noticing the gentle guidance that leads you toward the experiences, relationships, and growth that nourish your soul. Embracing the art of receiving as a lifelong practice. The art of receiving is not something you perfect overnight. It's a lifelong practice, a continual journey of growth and discovery. Every day presents new opportunities to open yourself a little more, to trust a little deeper, and to allow life's gifts to unfold. Just as seasons change, your desires and intentions will evolve, and so too will your relationship with receiving. Some days, receiving may come easily, like a breath of fresh air. Other days, you may find it more challenging, as old fears or doubts resurface. Remember that this is all part of the journey. Each moment of openness, each act of gratitude, and each step of trust brings you closer to becoming a true master of receiving. Embrace the journey with gentleness, knowing that every experience, whether joyful or challenging, helps you grow in alignment with your highest self. As you continue along this path, remain curious and receptive. Keep refining your goals, practicing patience, and celebrating the abundance that flows your way. Trust that the universe is always supporting you, even when the path isn't immediately clear. By living in a state of open-hearted receptivity, you align yourself with a flow that is both effortless and deeply fulfilling. Encouragement to continue aligning with the universe. Remember, you are a co-creator with the universe. Each thought, intention, and act of receiving shapes your journey, allowing you to design a life that reflects your truest desires. Trust in your ability to receive, knowing that you are always supported and loved. The universe delights in showering you with abundance. All it asks is that you open yourself to welcome it. With each day, as you deepen your practice of receiving, you open yourself to a life filled with abundance, fulfillment, and joy. Keep aligning with your desires, nurturing your openness, and trusting the process. Life will continue to offer you opportunities, blessings, and growth in countless forms. Be willing to receive it all, for each experience brings you closer to the highest expression of who you are. Final words of inspiration. Embrace this journey with a full heart and a mind ready to explore. Allow the art of receiving to become your way of life, a practice that enriches each day and transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. Let your openness and trust become beacons that attract all that is meant for you. As you continue to walk this path, remember that the universe is your partner in creation, and together, you are capable of manifesting a life of unimaginable beauty and abundance. As we reach the end of this journey, remember that the true power of receiving lies in the balance of desire, action, and trust. It's not just about achieving goals. It's about embracing life with an open heart and mind, welcoming every gift and opportunity that flows your way. This journey of receiving is ongoing, an ever-evolving practice that allows you to tap into abundance, fulfillment, and joy at every stage. If this audiobook has resonated with you, take these insights and start integrating them into your everyday life. Notice the small shifts, the moments of gratitude, and the times you feel truly aligned with the flow of the universe. These are the steps that transform receiving from a practice into a way of life. Thank you for being here, for opening yourself to new possibilities, and for sharing this journey with us at Mindful Literary. May this be the beginning of a life filled with abundance, purpose, and endless growth. If you enjoyed this experience, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, or share this with others who are ready to receive life's gifts. Until next time, stay open, stay inspired, and keep welcoming all that life has to offer.